Greetings YouTube and welcome back to the channel for a very important video that, unlike a lot of the videos I do regarding the history of offers in this game, specifically two different dates, July 4th and Cyber Weekend, this video history is not very long. Ironically, right before, unfortunately, the global pandemic of 2020, which of course still has some, and probably always will, some presence in our lives today. Right before March, April of 2020, I was going to leave YouTube. It was the end of 2019. I had accomplished all of the goals that I never thought I would on my YouTube channel, and I was just kind of spent, and I thought, okay, I'm going to ride off into the sunset and be done. And then pandemic hit. Suddenly I was working from home for several months. And at the same time, Kabam dropped unexpectedly in the month of April what they called spring cleaning. Now, remember, this is not a unit-based event unlike Cyber Weekend and July 4th. It is a doubloons, gold pull, dead pull doubloons event. Everybody gets some, and we'll talk about that, but it's a limited amount in which if you really want the good deals, you have to purchase offers in the unit store, similar to how many offers you can purchase when you go for Cyber Weekend or July 4th, though the added items for the units themselves are, at least in the past, much more limited in terms of the excitement. You're not getting 6-star Nexus and Tier 3 Alpha and Tier 6 Basic, which we'll talk more about in this too. Tier 2 Alpha, Tier 5 Basic. You're not getting those in the bonuses, at least not, again, in the past. This could change this year. And it comes out about the third weekend of April, which, given that Easter is this weekend, you would think that it would be next weekend. I was asked if there are Easter sales in MCFC. My answer is not usually, but with this company, you never know. So we are looking at some examples of the 2020 spring cleaning surprise bundles. Back then, it was just exciting to get a little chunk of 6-star shards and Tier 5 basic, 3,000 Tier 5 basic Kalos fragments, which you could easily get more from a daily Thronebreaker crystal now, or even a solo Supreme crystal 2 years ago. That was pretty exciting. Less than 1,000 6-star shards. That is a small amount of 6-star shards, but back then 750, you're thinking, oh man, this is exciting. Same was true for generic 5-star 6 stones and not even a fully formed Tier 2 Alpha. You can see they were really starting this at the bottom of the barrel. You also see that this was a 2-day event originally for, I think it was just Friday and Saturday. Done by Sunday. Spring cleaning, 2 days only. And so you could get Tier 2 Alpha, you get 5-star 6 stones. You could eventually, with 75,000 doubloons is the price of this, you could get 2,000 6-star shards and 7 6-star signature stone crystals, which has almost no guaranteed value, and yet 75,000 is a pretty high price to pay for bundle number 6 2 years ago. Bundle 7, again, almost 1/3 of a Tier 5 basic. Now, we would call that easily obtainable in the Glory Store. 2 years ago, not as much. And then a 10% Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragment Crystal, because selectors were beyond rare 2 years ago. This was 150,000. This was double the price of this, for reference. And then more than double the price of this was a 5-star Nexus and 2,500 6-star shards. This was for the highest progression level. A 5-star Nexus was 337,500 doubloons with 2,500 6-star shards. And that was considered to be like a really exciting deal. Now, I can get a 5-star Nexus and everybody goes, meh, so what? 2 years ago, which isn't that much ago, you know? It was really exciting. And then Bundle 9. This was what everybody got really excited about. Still, only 15,000 Tier 5 basic Kalos fragments, but a generic 5-star Awakening Gem. This was before Kabam Santa, I think, gave us one for free if you were Cavalier, which at the time was the highest progression level in the game on December 25th of that year. But it's a generic 5-star Awakening Gem. So, in 2020, it was pretty exciting to get bonus opportunities for offers, but there was nothing game-changing about the economy of the game. And so we went into 2021 not even sure if spring cleaning was going to come back. Some people thought it was a pandemic-related event to get people to spend a little bit in a month that everybody was home. The thing about MCOC offers and deals that we've learned, though, is that it takes several weeks, if not several months in advance to plan these things. And so I can all but guarantee you that Kabam had planned that to happen before they even knew COVID was going to be a thing. So that was 2020. When you talk about 2021, as a reminder, $100 gets you 337,500 priceless doubloons, a 1-star Deadpool, and 10 Pools Gold crystals. So, other than obviously the doubloons, there really isn't all of those extras that you would expect to see. But then again, you're not going to spend the units on unit-based offers like you would July 4th and Cyber Weekend. But Kabam often has something else in store for knowing that you've got some extra units to burn that's separate from this that we can talk about in the days to come. So, if you want to get, say, 750,000 doubloons, it's going to cost you $200. Last year, everybody got 27,000 free doubloons for you, and I think this would actually make a pretty good thumbnail. So I might keep that in mind. You can see I have set aside this as screenshots from last year, and 27,000, enough to get you something, but not something amazing. So this is what it looked like: 9,400, 27,000. So 27,000 is the equivalent of giving everybody $10 worth of doubloons. You could ratchet that up to 87,750, 182,250. Eventually, you're getting all the way up to 405,000 for $100. So you can see they increased it a little bit from 2020, but still about the same. This was also when the Deadpool's piggy bank arrived, and suddenly everybody was talking about Grandmaster Nexus like that was somehow amazing, or Premium Nexus. It was a letdown overall, though, of course. But, you know, it wasn't a letdown, was these differences of offers. Bundle 1, talk about an improvement from the 2020 bundles. For 4,725 doubloons, you could get 1,000 6-star shards and Tier 4 Basic. Not bad for less than 5,000 doubloons. Bundle 2 would cost you everything you got for free, but you would get a 5% Tier 5 Class Callus Fragment Selector bonuses for Thronebreakers. Obviously, those of you who are Cavalier and below saw different offers, but these are the best offers we saw a year ago. 5% Tier 5 Class Callus Fragment Selector, 5 generic 5-star 6 stones. Really, the Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragment Selector was why people went for that, because you buy 3 of them, which there's a limit of 3, you get 15% total, and that's a big deal a year ago, especially if you're trying to push yourself to have another rank 3 6-star. 13,500 gets you 3,000 6-star shards, 5 Tier 1 Alpha. Really, that was just a top-off deal for 6-star shards. And so you're thinking, like, okay, this is a better version of 2020, but nothing game-breaking. That changed completely in Bundle 4. 6-star Awakening Gem Selector and 6 Tier 2 Alpha Catalysts. Absolutely game-changing. This was essentially what I would consider to be a 6-star Awakening Gem Selector in terms of a generic 6-star Awakening Gem, because you could target the class of your choice. So if you needed a generic to awaken Nick Fury, why not just target a skill class? And suddenly you've got that, right? This was unheard of, except for Exploring the Abyss. So this was a moment that angered a lot of people who were free-to-play or casual spenders, because they're like, wait a minute, now you're letting people like this noob have a chance to get it? Apparently. But it was going to cost you a couple $100 to get this, you know? A couple $100. Bundle 5, back to very low to average. Tier 5 Basic Catalyst Fragments, 6-star 6-stone crystals. So then you're thinking, okay, maybe it's just about this, the 6-star Awakening Gem Selector. But no, we have a Tier 2 Alpha and a 10% Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragment Crystal, arguably the worst bundle for the value last year. But then a second Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragment Selector and fully formed Tier 5 Basic, back when that was a big deal. But we were building to the last few bundles. This was a 6-star Nexus Crystal Selector for 202,000. So if you bought everything, You could get this along with the generic 6-star Awakening gem. But on top of that, YouTube, what would change the game forever, not introduced on Cyber Weekend or July 4th even, but introduced in the spring cleaning event. No, not 5-star Nexus and 6 stones. No. How about Tier 3 Alpha and Tier 6 Basic? This was the start of rank 4 6-star conversation. This was the start of people saying we've got a new carrot to chase, a new goalpost to run down, a new rainbow to find the end of. And I was out on this. I didn't purchase either of them. Now, looking back on it, should I have? Maybe. But I just was so not into the chase. And I made a video about this in the last week, but I still think 565 5-stars can clear any content that rank 4 6-stars can. Maybe not quite as fast, but the difference in how much rank 4 6-stars can clear content with rank 5 5-stars is not thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that it's going to cost you right now to take a 6-star to rank 4, and even for some people rank 3. Now, there's been some pushback with that statement, largely from those of you in Alliance War who have to fight rank 4 6-stars. And you say, Prof, there's a huge difference when it comes to fighting them in war or using them in war. I totally get the argument, but I'm talking about in general using them for questing purposes. Alliance War is a separate argument that I completely understand that side of it. But yeah, Tier 3 Alpha and Tier 6 Basic. So you would expect this to be, in next week's offers, unless somehow they're this week, and happy Easter. And then we had a 6-star Nexus, a basic one, and 2 Tier 4 Class Catalyst selectors, a very random offer, especially for 263,250 doubloons. But that's what we saw last year, and from my perspective, it was all about that 6-star Awakening Gem selector, and I hope that they bring it back. I would think that they would. But that's what I think so many people need more than ever. But for you that were free to play, this is the screen that you're going to care about most, because you did get free doubloons. It was only $10 worth. Maybe they'll give a little bit more, since we haven't gotten that compensation package that they've been talking about for 6 to 8 months, and now they're just not talking about it at all. Maybe because they don't want people to have free items for Act 7 exploration, or even to lower the economy and need for anything that the community would look for before this spring cleaning 2022. I'd be very shocked if we didn't have this year, because this did make them so much money, and it did actually introduce the economy of the game to new things like Tier 3 Alpha and Tier 6 Basic. What do you hope to see? I'm going to make a wish list video in about 5 days of what I'm hoping to see and what prices for Throne Breakers, but I am going to end this here. I know it's longer than usual, but I wanted to cover not 1 but 2 years worth of history on this, so thank you for listening, especially those of you who treat this as a podcast and might be driving or even listening to it in the restroom, which, hey, if you clicked on the video, regardless of what location you're in, I appreciate that you did and that you continue to support my channel. Have a great rest of your day, YouTube. Thanks for watching.